track storms to alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
Well, it turns out these last couple days being in the 80s, something that we're likely not going to be seeing tomorrow, Sarah.
Yeah, exactly, which I think for a lot of people is kind of a blessing. It's nice. The fall weather is finally arriving. It's taking its sweet time, though. As we know, we broke several records over the weekend, but we're already seeing signs of those temperatures going down. Tonight, it's very comfortable out. We're talking 70s for some have already dropped into the 60s. Ultimately, we will be getting into the mid-60s. But first, let's talk about what's going on in Austin. Not much. It's kind of the calm before the line of storms comes our way. Maybe a few sprinkles here or there, but that's been it so far. Looking at satellite and radar, and we can see there is quite a bit of activity not too far away from us, just beginning to move towards Mankato. So let's take a look. This is a very, very nice line of showers and, yes, some thunderstorms. I'm happy to say that when it comes to any of the severe weather, that's further on to the south. I'm not happy that they're having to deal with severe weather, but for us, we're just looking at that scattered chance for some showers and a few storms. Currently moving out of Sioux Falls, Sioux City. Now let's zoom things out and look at the cold front responsible for popping up these storms over the last 3 hours. You can kind of see how it develops and slowly makes its way closer and closer to the Minnesota-Iowa border here. And that's what's pushing all of this activity towards us. Yes, we're going to get to see some of this rainfall here very shortly. Let's see it here on Sky Tracker 3. Fast forwarding till about midnight tonight, that's when the initial line, the very beginnings of it, begins to make its way towards 35. A couple more hours, or rather an hour later, passes 35, moving into places like Austin, Dodge Center, Northwood, Osage, Charles City. Another hour by 2 a.m. You can kind of see it is beginning to break apart. But places like Rochester, Preston, Cresco, New Hampton starting to see some of that rainfall. 3 a.m. looking at more of the light rain, and ultimately after that into our early morning commute, maybe a few sprinkles left over by 5 a.m. before a lot of this has moved on. Behind it, we start to see the shifting winds still coming in pretty strong from the south, but we've got another cold front right behind it. It's going to be the initial kick that allows for the cooler air to start moving in. Another way of looking at the timeline for rain is again 1 to 3 a.m. is when we're looking at the highest chances. Onto those temperatures now. Some of us warmer than we were yesterday, others a little cooler. Once that rain officially does move over, it will help cool temperatures back down into the low to mid 60s tonight. As for tomorrow, it is looking to be a very pleasant fall day. Once again, temperatures getting a little above that average. We will be hitting the 70-degree mark as stated here in the 7-day forecast where the weekend is always in view. That, of course, is before the 50s come in on what's looking to be a rainy, windy Friday. Tyler.
Okay.